Picture this: a player goes all out, diving for a loose ball, secures it on the floor, and then confusion. What happens next? Is it a travel if they slide a little, or stand up, or roll? This particular scenario can often leave fans scratching their heads, wondering about the correct call on the court. When a player falls to the floor with the ball, whether securing a loose ball or falling while already possessing it, the traveling rule dictates that they are allowed to slide as long as they do not gain an advantage. The key principle is that once they have possession and are on the floor, they cannot use the floor to reposition themselves or advance closer to the basket in an illegal way. If they try to stand up or roll over and establish a new pivot foot, that is when a travel is called. The fundamental reason behind this rule is to prevent players from circumventing the dribbling requirement. Basketball is a game of skill and movement within specific parameters. If a player could repeatedly fall, slide, and stand up without dribbling, it would create an unfair advantage, essentially allowing them to cover ground without executing the proper footwork. The rule clarifies that the moment a player establishes control while on the floor, their ability to move is significantly restricted, just as it would be if they were standing with a pivot foot. Think of it as their pivot point being established as soon as they control the ball on the ground. Understanding this rule means knowing what actions are permissible. A player can secure a loose ball while falling and slide due to momentum without it being a travel. They can also get up from the floor without traveling, but they must do so by either passing or shooting before establishing a pivot foot, or by immediately starting a dribble before lifting their established pivot foot. If they roll over, or stand up and then take steps without dribbling, the whistle will blow for a travel. The critical moment is often when they attempt to transition from the floor back to an upright playing position. A useful detail for fans to watch for is the concept of a prolonged slide, or establishing a new base. While a player might slide a few feet from momentum after a dive, using their body to push off the floor for additional movement, or rolling multiple times would likely be interpreted as gaining an advantage. Referees are specifically trained to look for any movement that is not a direct result of the initial action that put the player on the floor. This nuance ensures that while effort is rewarded, the core tenets of the game's movement rules are still upheld. Ultimately, the traveling rule when falling with the ball ensures fair play and maintains the integrity of basketball's movement principles. By knowing that natural momentum is allowed but using the floor to gain an unfair positional advantage is not, you can better appreciate the fast-paced decisions officials make. This understanding helps you follow the exciting flow of college basketball, recognizing when a player's hustle is within the rules and when it crosses the line into a violation.